And the name of the company I'm representing, which is a small subsidiary, still small subsidiary of Bosch, is Bosch Software Innovations. And probably this is new to you that Bosch is also engaged in software. And I will show you in a minute what we are doing. Beyond these smart mobile devices for communication of people, we will have also other things being connected to the internet. And I don't want to battle about the figure. The exponential growth will be so enormous that any prediction might be wrong. Limited to the location of the thing, but they can span across, so through the cloud, also by the connections of many things, I can have new functions which are distributed around the world. So this is a totally new dimension also for every maker of things, that he has to think about what can happen, what can be additional functions if I connect my device. We are focusing there on 5 sectors. Industry, and CP just mentioned the word, the acronym Industry 4.0, the 4th industrial revolution in manufacturing, by just using the information that is available there and by connecting the information of various devices, manufacturing lines, also global plants. Heavily depend on mobility of their people, and using the information, obviously we will bring their new qualities, and I give you some example in a minute. The energy sector is an important one. I show that as well. Smart home, bringing the intelligence into our homes. And last but not least, smart cities. This is something where we have a way of experience. Enterprise IT is a very traditional area. What is new is that we bring in the user more tightly into this game, so we have at least a triangle between things, enterprises and users. And in reality there is a 4th element, which means partners. Let's talk about mobility. We are pretty sure that the future of mobility will be more and more electric. It will be more and more automated. And this means it will be connected. It needs to be connected. And if we just talk about electrical vehicles, they have limited range through today's technology of batteries. In order to overcome that, you have to make allowance for public charging of vehicles. Different example now from manufacturing. Many of our machines today have already sensors, and more sensors to come in. Now what can we do if we connect in an Internet of Things, schematics, all these sensors and informations? So if we do at the machine level real-time compilation of the machine data, of the sensor data, and do some analytics on this, then we can make forecasts when will the machine fail. And this prognostics can help us to do preventive maintenance and start a process which goes as follows. If I have a prediction that the machine will fail in a near future, I can inform the machine operator, and this avoids that the machine first has to break down and then you have to wait for the spare part. Or the countermeasure traditionally would be you have the spare part in stock, but this costs you a lot of money considering all the spare parts for huge plants. So this is something where you can greatly optimize. Talking about the energy sector, the future of energy is to use more and more renewables. Renewables are energy forms like wind, like solar, like bioenergy, which are less plannable than conventional energies, which are more generated on a local level in smaller scales. And the difficulty is that you have to balance now the usage, the generation, and the intermediate storage of these energies. In order to make these systems stably working, we develop some scheme which is called Virtual Power Plant, VPP, that brings all the information together and allows energy providers or energy trader to make optimum scheme, so to minimize the usage also of conventional energies. New things like weather forecast services, so you need good predictions about whether the wind will blow or whether the sun will shine locally, so new usages of big data and analytics also coming up there. So this is a middleware building block set to just do these functionalities that I have described in the previous slides. And we want to have there one software platform for all the domains. For mobility, home, energy, manufacturing, and also city. And the basis and the foundation is the what we call device management or M2M, data storage and the big data analytics. This is something we do not develop on our own, but we have connectors to important software packages, so to make use also of these resources. And behind all that certainly is a complex event processing. If you imagine that you have to manage the traffic with millions of cars in the cloud, this is obviously a demanding IT challenge. Last but not least, user interface, portal accessibility. This is something which is more standard technology, but it needs to be done as well.